Welcome, leaders, to the Women's Leadership Mindset series presented by TK Page Enterprises. My name is Teresa Page, and I am your host and looking forward to spending these next few moments with all of you. We have a lot of work to get done on today, but first, allow me to invite you to connect with me by subscribing to my website and to connect and follow me on LinkedIn, YouTube, and other social media platforms. And always feel free to contact me directly via email or by booking an appointment. So what is our goal? Well, as an author, speaker, coach, and mentor, my mission is to help professional women renew their leadership mindset with fresh fire and purpose through diverse mediums of leadership empowerment solutions and the My Journey to Wholeness book series. However, the Women's Leadership Mindset series is a new initiative intended to spotlight powerful women leaders and how they serve the world through their professions and purpose. So with a goal to help women realize their unfulfilled dreams and re-energize the leaders they always were, this platform is designed to enhance, empower, educate, equalize, and even emancipate, as our featured guests share their entrepreneurial stories, provide viable resources, and guidance in a caring, professional, and impactful manner. So, let's get down to business.
Hi there, leaders. For the past 10 years, probably going on 11 now, I have been working on something. I've been working on whether or not I could create a second career path for myself as a writer and as a speaker, and pretty much a events facilitator around the subject matters that I've written about, being able to create event spaces, to be able to have deeper conversations about the subject matters that I write about or that I have written about since my very first book in 2015. And since that time, I have gone on to write book 2 and book 3, which I believe that book 3 is pretty much the manual, so to speak, of the processes that I personally had to go through in books 1 and 2. So now, in 2026, I am feeling this unction to take what I've been building for the past 10 years, what I've been developing for this past 10 years, what I've been creating for the past 10 years, and now put it out into the world as a package. An event comes along with a book and a workbook. And not only that, but to now take this into different places in the world instead of just literally within the four walls the four walls of this box of a laptop that I work from or that I emote from, to be able to touch different parts of the world. And I gotta tell you that while this is exciting, in a lot of ways I am scared out of my mind. Because As a woman of faith, the Lord is requiring something out of me and is wanting me to believe in a thing that I really don't have a complete blueprint for. There's certain structures that I have based on previous experiences, but to create something that I don't have anything in my last 50 years to hang on for the sake of success. So I'm asked to believe in something sight unseen, or not to have anything that's comparable to or that I can compare it to. And just not even in this space, as far as what I'm working on, this thing that I'm working on, which I'll talk a little bit about before I wrap up here, but in other places of my life. For anyone that has, and this is, and I guess what I'm saying is not even for individuals that have tried something and it didn't work out quickly, and then you leave it off and move on to something else. This message is really for those who have been working on something for 10 years or more. That after every time you tried something related to this or still within the vein of this, you put it out there, you tried, you failed, or you put it out there, you've had some success, but it was minuscule, you know, and you keep retweaking, you keep networking, you keep, getting back in there to tighten it up, to zhuzh it up, so to speak, to meet new people and to bump into opportunities and where people see the value but then not invest, or people see, what it is that you're doing but don't want to necessarily get involved or anything like that. And you're still having, but you still believe in whatever it is, whether it's a book or idea or a concept or a good or a service, and you still believe in it. And still, you've got something. You're still just trying to figure out where to put it. And my thing is that I get it. There are many voices in the world that says you got to do it this way, you got to do it that way. If you don't do it this way, then it's not going to work. And if you're still here, then maybe it's a hobby, or maybe it's a this, or maybe it's a that. There's a lot of voices in the world. I get it. We're all just trying to find our place. There's a lot of voices in the world that's really just basically trying to sell our stuff. We're not different in that way. And you know what? We're supposed to be this way. As human beings, all of us got something that we want to bring to the world, that we want to bring to the marketplace. So we can not only just be successful, but so that we can have what we need. And more than any other time in our world, or maybe in our lifetimes, we're sitting at a precipice where, are we going into a recession? Are we not? We're at war. We're doing this. We're doing that. There's so many uncertainties that's happening in the world. So much tragedy that's happening in the world. So much chaos that's happening in the world that it might seem like we don't know what to do. There's an angst in our environment, in our world, where people are not sure what to do, and there's a certain level of anxiety. There's a certain energy of panic in the world for some of us. And some of us are just lolly, 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 and just still going on around about their lives, and that's fine. That's fine too. But for some of us, in the middle of all of the uncertainty and the chaos, some of us more now than probably ever are looking to build something and to create something that we believe will bring some relief to the angst of the world. Even if it's not on a mass scale, all of us have, and I've said it more than once, a particular domain of influence that is designed to hear, that has the mindset and has the ears and have the heart for what it is or what it is that we're trying to offer. They need it in the way that we present it, in the way that we have packaged it. There is a people, a region, a territory set aside for each and every last one of us. Not just some, not just the richest among us, not just for the well connected among us, but even those of us that people may not know that we exist, or we have a small following, or our communities are still growing. There is someone in there that needs exactly what we have. And it's for many of us, for those of us who have been in this entrepreneurial space or in the marketplace for some time, it's almost like you just can't seem to find them. You just can't seem to find them. It's not your family, it's not your network, it's not your friends, it's not the people that follow you, it's not the people who put likes on your stuff, it's not the well, if it's not them, then who is it? Then who? Who is it? It's like after a while and by and by, it's like, well, God bless America. If it's not the obvious, then who? Then who? And even though we may have personas and we may have profile makeups and demographic or the niche demographic or a target market and all of the words, all the things of who our stuff may be for. It'll take some time to get there, to sharpen your message, to tighten up your message. And then maybe there's nothing wrong with your message at all. You're still just trying to find your people, or in some cases, your tribe, or whatever, your market, your niche. That's just part of the process, and that's just part of the rub, that this is part of the process. And then maybe it's just mine. And maybe it's just mine. So maybe I'm talking more to me than I'm talking more than to some of you, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Because in the last few weeks, Lord has been asking me to do things that are outside of my comfort zone, that is outside of my experience, that it is outside of my lived reality. He's asking me to do that concerning business, to believe in something that I have not been able to do hitherto. He's asking me that in the realm of love, to maybe open my heart up to an experience where my previous experiences haven't gone so well. He's asking me to believe in my own dream and in my own desires and in my own mission. You see, there's no question that I've had my own vision and mission, even from the time I was a little girl. I never questioned the vision and the mission. I never even questioned the Lord about it. Because I could hear it, I could see it in my spirit. I know what I was made to do. What I questioned was me. Can I do it? Will I be good at it? What if it fails again? I don't want to be ashamed. I don't want to look like a fool. Maybe I should just go back to doing what I did. Maybe I should just go and just get a regular job. Maybe I should just put this all away, or maybe I'm too old for this now, or maybe I don't have what it takes for any more disappointment. Maybe all of the maybes. And that's what I've been wrestling with internally in full transparency. All of the wonders and wonder if, and maybe it won't, or it would just be easier to shut it down and walk away. I've been at the crossroad. Do I press forward? Do I lean all the way in and give it all that I got? That maybe, just maybe, this works this time? And or if it doesn't, do I have what it takes to get back up and try again? Can I do I have the capacity for the success? Do I have the capacity for disappointment? These are all the things. Can I really trust this? And to move forward no further than I can see, other than the few steps that I need to take, that I can't see any further than the next thing I have to do on the list. And maybe that's all I need to see. I'm being asked to believe in my own dream, in my own calling, in what I know, what I've been made for, the message that I know I've been made to send, that I was made for, that I was literally put in the world to deliver, or at least to remind people of. for this moment, for this 21st century moment. And I know it. And I know it. And I can't escape it. And even though I've been working on this thing and building on it for 10 years, and it's finally put together, and now delivering it to the world, I tell you, in the last few days, there's a part of me that's been wanting to backtrack, to just say, forget about it. There's a part of me that's just saying, Teresa, just, just go back to what you've known, or don't even try to pursue this. And while there is this tug of war, there's still something inside of me that won't let me bail out of this until I've exhausted my due diligence. And all of my uncertainty, there's still a catch in here, still a vice in here that won't let me just go somewhere and sit down and shut up about it. I believe in my vision. Even though I don't know all of the steps, I don't know, there's not a complete map. And even though I may have a plan, I still got to walk this out. And I don't know the outcome. That even with a plan, there's no guaranteed outcome. What's guaranteed, it is our willingness, my willingness to act, my willingness to pursue. That is the only guarantee that I have at the moment, is my willingness to lean in and press forward, regardless of the outcome. So I believe in my vision. I believe in the possibility that true love may have found me. It's possible. It's possible. So my hope is today that this is not just an anxiety dump, that maybe what some of the things that I'm speaking of today and bringing my thoughts on from the inside to the outside, maybe that's maybe more healing for me than it might be for some of you out there. But even just being able to speak a thought out loud and to expose it to the light means that it just cannot harbor in my mind space and torment me. To torment me to the point of inaction, to where I don't move, or to understand that somebody needs what I got. So for those of you long-term builders that's just not building something for the moment, but you're building on a legacy that's going to live for the next 1,000 years or more, keep building, keep pursuing, keep working at this thing until it works. Keep looking for your people. Keep pursuing after your territory. Keep structuring for your region, for your domain. While it's important to know what's going on in our world for a sense of awareness, let it be clear that what is going on in our world does not create an out for us not to continue to occupy the space that we were born and brought into the world to occupy. And it does not give us an out from performing and emoting and to demonstrate whatever message we were sent into the world to deliver. And that's the thing. Some of us feel like just because there's a lot of foolishness going on around us, that is a way out. That, oh, nobody's going to hear it. This is not the time. Lies. And as a woman of faith, the devil is a liar. Lies. Kingdom business. We are to commence with kingdom business, business as usual. When you're building a legacy, it doesn't matter what's happening in your personal world or in the world around you. You still have a responsibility to deliver. Succeed or fail, we have a responsibility. So for those of you who have a big dream, that has a big vision, that has a big mission, that is asking you to believe and to pursue outside of your realm of what you thought was possible, and if it's asking it of you, then that means it's still in the realm of possibility. If whatever it is that's asking you to still believe in what it is that you see ahead of you, the big picture, process all of the what ifs. Consider the maybes. Consider it's all right. Consider the crossroads of do I go forward or do I go backwards? That's just part of the process. It's all right to navigate and to work those things out. Do it. Take whatever time you need to do it, but don't take all day about it. If you need to take a moment and consider the thoughts, talk about it. Talk about your angst. Talk about your worries. Talk about your fears. Bring them out into the light so that they cannot hinder you or sabotage you or torment you to the point of inaction. Bring them out to the light. Anything that attempts to exalt itself above the knowledge of what God has for you Anything that attempts to exalt itself above the vision that you see, bring that thing out into the light and expose it. Work it out however you need to work it out. Whether you need to weigh your pros and your cons, if you need therapy, if you need to go talk to somebody, you need to schedule a meeting with a coach, somebody like me or whatever, call up a friend, talk to a stranger on the street. It doesn't matter. Work it out so we can bring our work to the world and to the people, the territory, the region that is waiting for us. We're holding somebody's nourishment, somebody's water, somebody's food, somebody's way of being able to change their life. Our vision and our mission is not just for us. It's not for us, period. It belongs to somebody else, whether in this generation or the next, or the next, or the next. So take a moment, recalibrate, and speak out loud that I still believe in what I see. And not only do I believe it, but I want it. Yes, I have not done this before, but who cares? There is capacity in me. If it is asking it of me, then it is in the realm of possibility. And there's also a treasure inside of me waiting to be unlocked and be revealed for such a time as this. That I am made to bring remedy to the chaos. I was sent into the world to bring a salve to some pain. I was engineered to bring innovation to a 21st century forward moving society that is hell bent on moving backwards.
So this morning,
Maybe I just need to bring my thoughts out into the light. Because for 2026 is asking me to deliver the message, the love, the success factor message that belongs to the Love the Success Factor Women's Leadership Retreat. It is asking me to finally to demonstrate how God's love empowers women to lead, to create, and to generate wealth in the fullness of our equality, purpose, and business. And to do that in an in-person environment after I've basically been in a virtual space since the turn of COVID in 2020. It's now time to bring this message to the women and the men that feel like they need this information, because we need to be able to use love as a leadership technology in an environment where it seems like leadership is going awry. We need to be brought back to ourselves, to be reminded of who we are as a personification of love and as natural born leaders. It's time to reimagine love beyond just an emotion. While it is a beautiful emotion, love is still the most atomic, diverse superpower available to the human family. And it's about time for us to become skillful in wielding such power. So this year in 2026, to the women out here who are at a place of transition, you're not sure which way you want to go, which path you want to forge on, I want to help bring a little bit of clarity to that. For the women that are sure where they want to go, but they need to be re-energized, their leadership, and understand their innate leadership abilities. I want to help light a fire with that. For the women that are struggling with their equality, I want to help bring some leverage to that. And to the women that are ready to build something, whether it's a good, a service, a project, a movement, or whatever, I want to show you how love is the catalyst behind such creativity, and to show you the technology behind creativity that we already have. I just want to bring you back to you, not make you into something else. I just want to help bring you back to you and to help you be convinced of your own greatness with some high level understanding and some practical resources and functionality. So I am inviting you to Love the Success Factor Women's Leadership Retreat that will be hosted in 6 cities this year: in Raleigh, Cary, North Carolina, close to the Raleigh region, Charlotte, North Carolina, Atlanta, Georgia, Washington, D.C., Dallas, Texas, as well as Fort Lauderdale, Florida, beginning in the month of May. And there's more information in the bio. But if you're a woman in any of these regions and you just need a moment to step aside and woosah, to rest, recharge, and to and figure out what your next steps are in a beautiful environment, then I cordially invite you to join me either in North Carolina or Georgia or Washington, D.C., or in Texas or in Florida, whichever works best for you, whether it's local or you just feel like flying out. You are cordially invited, so we can unpack what love can actually empower us to do in the most extraordinary of time. Love cannot fail. And because we are love personified, we might have some bumps and lumps along the way, but we will not fail either. So thank you for giving me your time on this morning. Please see the information in the bio. Early bird registration is available right now. And my last and final words is that recalibrate your heart to believe in the mission and the vision that has been set before you. And with everything that you have, lean all the way in, first with your belief system and then with your action. And if you're not sure how to do that on your own, then I invite you to come and join me for one of these women's leadership retreats. And let's talk about it. So thank you for tuning in for another impromptu episode of the Women's Leadership Mindset in the middle of this special series, Love the Success Factor Initiative. And as always, here's to the journey. And let's move forward.